Hey friends, Kitty and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be my facial story time experience type video. I know I said I was gonna film this like weeks ago after my experience, but I said gonna film it maybe like a couple weeks ago. And I just didn't know how to like do it. Like I didn't know how to like start the video. I filmed like a good chunk of it, but I didn't know like where to go with it. I didn't know like what I was doing, I guess. And so I'm here today, of course, barefaced to talk about my experience and stuff like that. And I'm super like excited, and I actually posted in one of my Facebook groups on Facebook, of course, and asked for like advice of what like I should talk about, and somebody commented and was just like, talk about your experience, like the facials that are offered, and kind of just explain it step by step what goes on, because like that's the best way. And I'm like, thank you, yes, that's great advice, and that's definitely a good way to explain it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And yeah, so if you want to hear about my first ever facial experience, you're in the right place. Just keep on watching. Okay, so I got this facial, I want to say 3 if not 4 weeks ago. I think I'm gonna post this at the end of this week, so like this Sunday. So you'll be seeing this very soon within I'm filming it, I guess. And yes. So I first want to talk about like the kind of facial that I did end up getting, and I actually have like the salon's information on my laptop, so I'm gonna just pull that right up. So my salon, they have like all their skin services listed under the skin services tab. I'm not gonna be very like in depth because obviously every different salon or spa will have their own different facials. Not every salon and spa will have the same facials, but I'm first gonna be talking about the one I got and just explaining that to you. How to start off this video, I'll give you that brief information, but other salons will have different ones, so definitely be sure to check out your own salons like information if you are curious. But most of them will be similar if not the same, but I don't want to be telling you, oh, this is definitely the facial the options you'll have, because like it's not always true. So mine, I'm just gonna list off the ones I have. They have the signature facial, the mini facial, an enzyme peel, polishing pumpkin micro peel, a light wave fit therapy, dermakinetics, a spotting facial, and microdermabrasion is all these services that they do offer under the skincare services. And the ones I ended up getting were the signature facial, and I got the polishing pumpkin micro peel. So basically I'm gonna explain what those are. So the signature facial is a 1 hour pure relaxation. This treatment includes cleansing, steaming, exfoliation, along with a head, neck, and shoulder massage. These services ends with customized mask, moisturizer, and sun protection. And also the senior esthetician. So there's senior esthetician, which I don't know like exactly what that means. I'm assuming that means somebody that's like licensed and knows what they're doing. It's a senior esthetician, and the junior esthetician is probably somebody that's first starting out. But with senior esthetician, services also include hand and foot massage, along with warm mittens and booties. So that's one of the treatments that I got. And then the polishing pumpkin micro peel is an antioxidant rich micro peel, is perfect for dull, congested, and oily skin. The power of pumpkin combined with glycolic acid makes it ideal for reducing surface buildup, decongesting clogged pores, and stimulating collagen production, resulting in radiant, stimulating healthy cell growth and reducing age spots. This peel requires steam and is done in conjunction with a facial. So you wouldn't just go in and get a peel, you would get it with a facial. And yeah, so I definitely recommend checking out your own facial places. Like there are types of facials they do offer, but now I'm just going to talk about my experience. Before I get into my experience, I want to talk about skin type, my experience with skin and stuff like that. So growing up, I always had like bad skin, like okay skin, like teenage type skin. And now I am 23 years old. And I went through Accutane last year, so I took Accutane I think for 5 to 6 months. I forget the timeline, but I took it from middle of November, I think 21st to April. So yeah, and I'm I believe 8 or 9 months post Accutane. So I've been off it for a while. So like I believe you're not supposed to go into a facial like right after you get off Accutane. I think you're supposed to wait until you're like maybe like 6 or 8 weeks post Accutane, if not like 3 or 4 months. I'm not really sure short on that, I will do my research and then I'll put it on the screen for you. And yeah, so before Accutane, I believe I had like combo oily skin and stuff like that, and then post Accutane and throughout Accutane, of course, I had dry skin because Accutane sucks every single bit of moisture out of your skin from basically everywhere. So I still feel like I still have dry skin post Accutane. I mean, it's not like severely dry like it was on Accutane, but I still feel like I have that dry skin. And if you would like to know about my skincare journey, I have a video playlist up above where you can check that out. And yeah, now I'm just gonna get into the whole like journey. So first thing when I got there, what happened is that she had me fill out paperwork where I just put, you know, like my name, my birthday, like information about me, like you know, how old I am, stuff like that. And then I filled out a survey of like my skin type and what my skin concerns are. Like I like put down that I was concerned about my scarring because I do have a little bit of scarring like on my face, so that's a concern. And just like my skin type, what kind of products I use, like do you use makeup, do you blah blah blah, and then you give it to them and then they have something to go off of so they know like what type of products they should use on you. And then she took me up to the room, and I'll actually insert pictures of the room that I have on my phone because the room was actually very pretty and I just want to show you what it looked like. And she gave me this like robe thing, so she told me that like basically you can take off as much of your clothes as you want to and put the robe on. You can leave your bra on if you want, you don't have to take off all your clothes. Basically you just really need to take off your shirt and stuff. And then if you have like straps on your bra, like I was wearing a sports bra, you like take your straps off your shoulders, because they do, or at least my facial, they gave me like a shoulder, head and neck massage. So, and might I say that felt so good. And then she said just like soak your feet while you wait for me to come back in the room. And then she knocked and, you know, she came in like, you know, like if it's almost like you're at the doctor's and like they knock before they come in when you're gowning. So that was that kind of story. Basically she had me lay down on like the table, which was very comfortable. Like you always think, oh, maybe it's not gonna be comfortable, but it was very comfortable. The first, and also like I just want to say like there's relaxing music playing in the background, so it's literally like so like relaxing. And then she started by like moisturizing like my like arms and my hands. So she went from my hand up to my arm. She said she does that. And then she did my feet, and she put these heated mitts and stuff like and booties onto my hands and my feet. And then like she got started with the facial. Then I believe is what she did is she just put steam onto my face because it opens up your pores and everything, and it kind of just like helps everything seep up to the surface. And then she to like cleanse my face, and she did end up exfoliating my face and everything. And the exfoliator she used, she gave me samples of all the products she used, so I will be showing you that throughout the video. So she used all Pavlovia products and everything. So like if you're like me, you're just like the average consumer, you're not an esthetician, you can't get these products because they're only like, you can buy them at your spa and stuff, but for the most part you can't. But otherwise you can't get these. So this was the exfoliant, the Pavlovia exfoliant gentle exfoliating cleanser. This just has like microlls, like little beads that aren't like too harsh, and it just exfoliates your skin. She said like just only exfoliate your skin once a week, don't do more than that, you only need it once a week. So, and this sample got me like 2 uses, but I believe there's a little bit more in there, so I think I'm gonna cut it open the next time I exfoliate my skin and use it again. But yeah, I really like it. This is what it looks like. And so she went ahead and she exfoliated my skin, and like she was very gentle with my skin, which I definitely appreciate. Definitely with my, you know, skincare struggles, I appreciate like going to somebody that is gentle. And I definitely would recommend finding somebody you trust and everything. And don't be nervous about getting your first facial. It's not really a big deal. It's nothing major, nothing bad will happen to you, so just, you know, go for it. And yeah, so she exfoliated my skin with that exfoliator I just showed you, and then she took like almost like a Clarisonic type brush, and she just used that to get it to like go in deeper into my skin and like exfoliate deeper and stuff like that. And then she took these like lukewarm sponges, and then she just washed it off of my face. And she always explained the steps of the facial as she was doing them and stuff like that, just so I knew what she was doing. And for the most of the facial, I know you might be like, oh, what do I do? Do I keep my eyes open? Do I close them? For the most part, I kept my eyes closed just because I felt like it would be more relaxing. And then I believe after this step she went on to do a peel. So the peel she used, like I said, was the pumpkin peel and everything like that, and this just gets rid of any oil you have in your skin or any dullness you have to your skin, and it kind of just, you know, gets that build up that's on like your skin surface and kind of just cleanses out your skin. And this with the steam, she said like this pumpkin enzyme mask, a lot of times people say that it feels hot or it feels like your skin's burning, and also the steam can make it more intense, but I actually really liked the steam. I felt so nice on my face and I really enjoyed that. And then with the mask, I mean, it did feel like very like burny, but it was a good burn. It was definitely good. It means like your skin's really like penetrating whatever it's getting in its skin, it's getting it out, and it just felt good. And the peel I felt was just very like, I don't know, I felt like it was a cleanse to my skin, I guess, and it was very nice. So, and definitely like she asked me how things were throughout the facial. Like she said like, oh, if anything you don't like, if you want me to like turn down the steam, let me know. So definitely if you don't like something throughout your facial, definitely let your esthetician know, because they will like obviously accommodate you. So definitely let them know like I felt the steam was amazing, but if I didn't, obviously I would speak up, and you should too. Just keep that when going into your experience, keep that in mind. And then I believe shortly after that she did end up cleansing my skin and everything, and then she also protected my eyes at some point, and then she also took a look at my skin to see what my skin like looked like and everything and stuff like that. And I think it's important that your esthetician does protect your eyes, because obviously you don't want you don't want to go blind when they're using these like ultra like lights, like their lights are so bright. And she looked at my skin, she cleansed it, and then she like washed it off with the sponges and everything, and I just felt like getting a facial, I get real deep into my skin, which was awesome. And this all happened over an hour, so it wasn't like it went by like that. I felt like I was in there a long time, but it felt very relaxing, but it also didn't feel like it was very short. It felt like a good amount of time, but I didn't feel like wow. Like at the end I was like, wow, it's over. So then she did the head, neck, and shoulder massage. So if you're wearing your hair up, there's really no point to wear your hair up. You're better off just leaving it down, because she will put like this net like thing in your hair, almost like a hair net, but not really, to massage your head and the neck and stuff like that. And if you don't like massages, you can always be like, yeah, I'd rather not have a massage. And that was like towards the end of the facial and stuff like that. Like I believe that might have been the last thing she did. And then of course she applied an eye cream, a moisturizer, and then a sun protection. She said, at least my lady said, that she did end up using a different SPF and moisturizer. That's just personally what she does and stuff like that. She just educated, of course, the whole time. She like talked to me about like washing my makeup brushes, because that's like bad for your skin. Talked about like different treatments, facials, talked about cleansing my skin, toning, stuff like that. And oh yeah, she did use a toner after she did like the extractions and stuff like that. So she did end up doing extractions, and that's like the worst part of the facial. I know it's very uncomfortable. She did those for a couple minutes to just extract blackheads. I feel like I had most of them around my nose, if not like this area, which is pretty typical. Usually you get those in T-zone and stuff. So she did those. Those are very uncomfortable, but you know, it happens and stuff. That's probably the worst part of the facial, but don't be afraid of extractions. They're very gentle and stuff like that. I believe she uses like some type of tool to extract those. And then of course moisturizing after that. I know I already mentioned that, but I kind of forgot about the extractions and the toning and all that kind of stuff. And that's basically what happened. Then she took off the booties and stuff like that. And then the way how my place is set up is you go upstairs and stuff like that, and then downstairs is just where you pay and stuff like that. And down there is when she gave me more of these samples and stuff like that. And yeah, so then she like left the room. She was like, take your time getting dressed and stuff like that. So I got my stuff on. That's when I was sneaky, took the pictures of the room, and then I went downstairs and, you know, I checked out and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a very relaxing experience. I liked the whole experience. That there wasn't really something I didn't like, because it was my first time. She did ask me what I did and didn't like, and I said honestly right now I can't think of anything that like personally I didn't like. I mean, I liked the whole experience, very pampering. If you want to like pamper yourself, or you just feel like you need something, that is it. And she did give me information on microdermabrasion and then also light therapy. So those are things I am considering. I'm gonna do my research on and do. I know I'm planning on maybe doing it in the summertime, and if I do that, I will also do another story time on that and give you kind of my process and like how my skin like is doing after doing that. So yeah, I feel like this video was all over the place, but I did really talk about my experience. But overall, this is what you have to take away from this. There's nothing to be afraid of with a facial. Facials are very relaxing, and it's definitely something that you should incorporate in your beauty routine. I believe people usually get facials like every I guess 8 weeks, I believe it is, and stuff like that. But you know, you can incorporate in how often you would like to get it. If you like to get it like twice a year, if you like to get it every couple months, that's something that you need to consider for yourself for your routine. But literally, when it comes to facials, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just get it. It's fun, it's relaxing, it's a good time, and it's definitely something, especially if you want to like learn more about skincare, or if you just have skincare concerns, talking to an esthetician definitely will help you. I just want to share the last 2 products that I have. So this is a cleanser she gave me. I'm not like a huge fan of it because it is a tiny bit scented, but this is what it is. It's the Pevnovia No Tint Photo Cleanser. This is like a combination type cleanser. I really like it and stuff like that. And she also gave me the Pevnovia Creme Balancing Combination Skin Cream, which I've been using this typically like every day and stuff like that. And yeah, so my experience was very good, and I hope you like get a facial, and if you do, let me know your thoughts. But I hope this kind of encouraged you to get one, and kind of that there's nothing to really be afraid of. And I'm just wanted to do this to let you know what you can expect with a facial. I know this video was all over the place. I wasn't very detailed with everything, but I feel like I just explained everything pretty well and everything. So she also did a mask and everything, and she customizes it for your own skin. So you have dry skin, you have oily skin. I don't know which one she used on me. I think she might have used one for like combination oily skin for me, even though I do have dry skin. But I feel like she knew I had acne before, so she was probably like, you don't have dry skin. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Nothing against her. I just feel like that's what she did. But yeah, she did do a mask. I forget what kind of mask it was, but like I said, I think it was for like oily combination skin to like soak up oil. And she left that on for about 10 minutes, and then she came back, and I believe that's when she did like the foot massage or something like that. I don't quite remember, or maybe she did. I think she did the foot massage, and so the massage was like in while I had the mask on, and then she left the room and came back after 10 minutes and stuff like that. So I did want to obviously mention that. Kind of forgot that I got that treatment as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful for your first experience. Literally, it's nothing. It's going to be great for you, so definitely be excited about that facial and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any skincare questions you have for me, or maybe any facial questions. I will answer those down below, but also let me know any videos you'd like to see next. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos Mondays and Fridays. I know this isn't going to be uploaded on a typical day, but that's when I typically post. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.